He is again at the center of condemnation over his recent alleged insults uttered last week during his party mobilization in Southern Province.
Bamaga intuba besubari wete mabwaya sunu mabwaya gamana gamboga nzala munganda. Mwana musanko wenda kutwala ulayo wakutwala otino mwinagwe ulamusani nahi kamboga inzala munganda. Waleta nzala ngo PF. Mwamana atapabwa pamunioko.
Remarks were issued about 3 months ago by UPND leader Hakainde Hichilema during campaigns in Northern Province.
10,000. Bakupela 10,000 wabika mutumba tia na kuchitogu bichikala iwe.
The remarks, issued in 2 different languages, Tonga and Bemba, have been termed as an insult to Zambians. Checkup-Kampyongo is Shwangandu Member of Parliament as well as Home Affairs Minister.
The example is Hakainde Hichilema. It's shameful. His conduct is pathetic. He needs to understand that you are a leader, you lead people. You know, it's not too long ago when he insulted when he was in Northern Province. And others were trying to argue that no, because he used the language which he might not understand. We heard him insulting in his own language, demeaning women. And I'm surprised that women can accept to allow that unchallenged. He was literally belittling. And you know, because he has got a colonized mind, he thinks white people, he is still a colonized minded person. How do you say you women, I can't bring white men to look after you, to look for you, because you have lost your shapes behind? What kind of thinking is that? So when we tell people that assess these leaders, we know what we are talking about. That is shameful. And those who are not advising the gentleman are equally just failed leaders.
The minister suspects Mr. Hichilema is not in his rightful mind politically, hence the need for him to go for what he terms as mental rehabilitation.
Then I want to tell him, because I heard him talking about how he was incarcerated and he was mentioning the name of the president. It's not the president who incarcerated him. You break the law. The only facilities we have are the police cells and the correctional service facilities. That's why we are bettering them as a responsible government. But if he breaks the law again, he can be assured that he will go to the same facilities. So let him not trivialize the matters that is after all was released through a Noelle prosequi. So he must be very mindful.
The minister suspects Mr. Hichilema is not in his rightful frame of mind politically, hence the need for him to go for what he terms as mental rehabilitation. At the same time, the minister has warned the opposition leader to stop daring institutions of governance.
And I must tell him that let him not trivialize and drag the president in the matters that are still pending. And there is no hotel, 5-star hotel, for offenders. There's nothing like that. You offend society, you go to the common facilities. And that should remind him to be a law-abiding citizen, because no one is above the law. No one is above the law. He breaks the law, he will go to the same facilities all the offenders go to. That's how it is.
The country is in about 7 months from now expected to go to the general elections. With this fact, politicians are on the ground trying to win the hearts of the people. But it is therefore important for all the aspirants to preach issue-based message to the voters. For Movie TV News, Innocent Perry.